Getting too lean can be dangerous. If you are like me and you're always trying to improve on your physique, then you might find yourself falling into the trap of thinking leaner is always better. Now, this is true to an extent. Your physique will 100% look better when you get down to a lower body fat percentage. But you should never go any lower than 10%, I'd say. Unless absolutely necessary. So you might have a competition coming up. But the further you go down, the bigger the consequences become. Like the loss of sex drive, which obviously doesn't matter for you. Becoming lethargic, having low energy, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, loss of strength, hungry all of the time. I myself got down to around 10% body fat twice in my life now. And I've been training for over 5 years. And even for me, 10% feels a little too low, to be honest, and can make life quite difficult. And to be honest, around 12% is probably the sweet spot for most guys. This number will have you looking great and your physique looking really lean, really sharp, and also keep you healthy. Now, the reason I say it's dangerous to get too lean is because I myself went through this not long ago. I did a really big cut. I lost over 13 kg and I got really lean. I had multiple ab veins, right? And my thing down there, it didn't really work that well, to be honest. I had a lack of energy. I was hungry all of the time. I just wasn't enjoying life as much. You know, if I went to go do something fun, things wouldn't seem as fun. I couldn't really go out to eat. And listen, I wasn't competing for a bodybuilding show either. I was just doing this to do it. But you need to understand that 10% body fat, which is low, compared to, 12, 15%, the difference isn't really impactful in any way. No one cares if you are 10% or if you're 12%. Most people can't even notice that. It's just you in your own brain. And that also causes body dysmorphia when you get too lean. When you get too lean, you start to pick apart every single flaw in your body. You start thinking, oh, there's too much fat there's too much fat there, right? But then when you inevitably go up in body fat percentage in your life at some point, you might be going away for a week or something like that, you will hate your physique. Even though your physique might literally look amazing. You might be 12% body fat, but you're normally used to 10%, right? You're going to look at your 12% body fat physique like it's 20% body fat. You are going to look at it as if it's just disgusting and not nice and no one respects it. No one thinks it's attractive. You don't think it's attractive. You just think the world is going to end when you go up 1 or 2% body fat. It's not. And this, again, is the problem of being lean. You see the Brad Pitt physique where he's 8% body fat. You see the Patrick Bateman level leanness. You see all of these Hollywood actors looking amazing in these movies, right? You see Henry Cavill, whatever his name is, etc. But that is crash dieting, and they don't look like that all year round. You're trying to stay at sub 10% or 10% body fat for all year round, which is literally near impossible. If you just went up a few percentage, no one would notice. You would still look amazing. You'd take your shirt off on the beach and everyone would be looking at you, which is exactly what you want because you're narcissistic and you're arrogant, of course. You will still look literally the best on the whole beach if you're 12% body fat and you've built up your muscle a bit. And you're so concerned about that 2% that you want to get down to. You want to get down 10%, not 12%. Please, I'm telling you, your life will be better. You will enjoy your life more at that 12% rather than 10%. You will enjoy your life more if you're at 15%. You will still look amazing. You will have the six pack. You will have the veins still. It just won't be as sharp. You will still look so sharp to the naked eye, to other people. No one could ever notice you've gone up a few percent body fat. And you for some reason believe you can maintain this really low level of leanness all year round. It's basically impossible. You will wake up without an erection for years if you try and maintain 10% or lower body fat percentage. Is that how you want to live? Do you want your significant other to make, obviously for you, this isn't a problem, but I'm just saying in general, do you want your significant other to not be able to make moves onto you because you're so low energy, lethargic, and your sex drive is so low? Is that what you want? That's probably one of the most beautiful things in life, experiencing love and having that bonding moment with your significant other. And you cannot do it because you want to get a little bit leaner. And who notices you're a little bit leaner? Just you. No one else cares if you're 12%, if you're 10%, if you're 15%, or if you're 12%. No one cares, right? Only you do. So stay in that range of maybe, to be honest, I'm kind of changing my own mind here. And I'm thinking maybe 12 to 15% is a sweet spot, because 10% is quite low, to be honest. I mean, you know what? No, 10 to 15% is good, but any lower, you are genuinely causing massive health concerns. Your energy levels are going to be really low. You're lethargic. You're going to feel like absolutely terrible. 12, 15%, maybe 10%. That is going to be amazing. Your physique is going to look insane. You will take your shirt off at gatherings or whatever. Or, if you take your shirt off at, I don't know, parties, schools, nurseries, whatever you like to do in your spare time. When you take your shirt off, you are going to look absolutely diced. Children in the school are going to be looking at you. They're going to be thinking, yo, this guy's jacked. I'm joking. Do not take your shirt off at schools. That would be very weird. But you would take your shirt off at some event, if you're at a beach, if you're by the pool, and people will look at your physique and literally admire, respect you more, be attracted to you if you're at that, 10 to 15% range. So that is really good. But it is dangerous when you start to go too low, where you start to get too lean. You get addicted to wanting to look that little bit better. You need to look better. You need to look sharper. And then your penis doesn't work. And then you're angry more. And then your testosterone levels plummet. And then your internal functioning isn't working at optimum levels because it simply doesn't have enough body fat. And then you start to lose muscle. And then you lose strength. And then all of these things happen. And you could have avoided it. And you could have avoided it if you just stayed at, a healthy 12, 13%. And you would look amazing, look clean, have the muscle, get all the girls that you've always ever wanted, which maybe, okay, you can't do that. But still, you will look amazing and everyone will love you. Okay, maybe not again. But again, you will just look amazing if you stay at that body fat percentage. You don't need to get lower. If you're not competing for a bodybuilding show, stop going to low of a body fat percentage. It's not sustainable. It's going to destroy your health. It's going to destroy your testosterone levels. It's going to destroy your zest in life, okay? I've been at the two extremes. I've been at 20%, 25% body fat, and I've been at 10%. And I can tell you now, being at that higher one is actually better than being at the lower. Obviously, I'm not saying go and be fat. Shut up. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for my overall life quality in that period, the 25% was genuinely better than that low 10%. And for me, 10% is very low. For you, it might be quite sustainable getting to 10%. You may have that lower set point in your body fat. But I'm just saying, please do not get to too low levels of body fat percentage. I know you want to look aesthetic. I know you want to look like the Jesse James West, Alex Eubank, Will Tennyson, whatever, all these crazy looking guys. But you have to remember, even these guys can't maintain a very low body fat percentage year round because it's just so difficult. Please stay strong, stick to the moderate body fat percentage where your abs look great, you have the veins, the vascularity, you look incredible, you have a nice chiseled face, and you basically reap all the benefits of your training still because you're still building muscle, you're feeling energetic, everything's great. You can still enjoy your life. If you have friends, you can go out with them, which you probably don't, but you can go out with them, enjoy yourself, have food. Everything is great. You can actually hug your family members and not feel like killing them because you're at such low body fat percentage and you just want to explode. But yeah, enjoy your life a bit more. Get to maybe 12% is the perfect body fat percentage. And then stay there, maintain it, don't go any lower, enjoy your life, order a few takeaways here and there, but for 90% of the time, be locked in, stay at that level, and just train well, eat well, and you will have that physique forever. Well, obviously until we once die, but you will look amazing. And you can say, you know what, I love my physique right now how it is, and if I get leaner, it's probably not going to bring any more benefits to my life. Just a disclaimer, by the way, my aesthetic body course is in the link in the description. It teaches you exactly how to build the aesthetic physique and get in the best shape of your life. Go check it out, link in the description. This 6-hour program I've put together of me speaking, basically giving all of my knowledge, all of my advice on everything fitness. How to get lean, how to stay lean, how to build muscle, what muscles to prioritize, how to bulk, how to cut. Everything you could possibly ever wonder, any question you've ever had unanswered or left unanswered will be answered in this. So go check it out. It is the only thing I would give to younger me to actually get me into shape, because I was a chubby little kid who needed some guidance and he didn't really have any and he felt a bit lost. But this is exactly what I'd give him, and he'd get in pretty good shape in maybe 6 months, a year's time, because as we know, we have to be realistic and we can't just say, oh yeah, we're going to get jacked in, 3 months. We're going to get, 10% body fat in 3 months. Probably not. So chill out, relax, go and check it out, and you will make lots more progress than you've probably ever made. And you can bypass all of the mistakes I've ever made and make more progress than I ever did.